Week 12, 3 months into this practice. And the last few weeks, I ate more, fasted less, and stepped back from my plan. Today, I'm sharing my experience of transformation fully underway. And here's what I didn't expect. When transformation is happening, the old systems being left behind shout louder than ever, kicking and screaming. And when I finally chose not to chase, that became the most powerful choice I made. Hi, I'm Deborah, and I'm using this channel to document my real-time journey from obesity and self-abandonment. I post weekly so you aren't just getting the after view and the before tell. You're seeing the messy middle as it happens. At 68 years, I'm a creator and a caretaker with plenty of chronic conditions to manage. The last month, my daughter had surgery. The recovery has been complicated. She's in bed most of the time, and I'm watching someone I love struggle, which sometimes feels harder than struggling yourself. That gut-wrenching of nothing to do but witness, hold space, hold hands, be present. She was herself for 2 days of the last 30. That kind of stress doesn't show up on a to-do list. But my body, she felt every bit of it. My eating practice stalled. My fasting schedule fell apart. For 3 weeks, the scale didn't budge because my body regularly asked, persistently, for feeding. And I started to worry. Last year, when chronic stress caused by the same set of circumstances hit, my body also started asking for food during fasts. But I kept pushing because I was under the guidance from my fasting coach. I white-knuckled through hunger, thinking it's just habit hunger, it's not real. But that was not true. In 5 months, I failed. All 37 pounds came back, plus I had panic attacks and got mired in depression. My body shut down. I gave up the whole program and I nearly gave up on myself. What's different this year, almost exactly a year later? The same circumstances with my daughter's health, so when my body started asking for regular feeding, really asking, with that deep, legitimate hunger that's different from cravings, I noticed the difference. Legitimate demands are persistent, but not intense. There were no mind monkeys with these hunger signals. This year, I listened and felt some new things. Soon as I realized my systems were overflowing with adrenaline and cortisol from all the worry and stress, I stopped extended fasting. I went back to time-restricted eating and was at peace with that. I ate simple grace fasting foods at meal times, foods that are high in protein, lower in carbs, and medium fat. Nothing fancy. Nothing that spiked my cravings. And occasionally I had a cookie or a pastry because rigidity isn't partnership with my body either. Result was I wasn't hungry between meals. And I mostly ate 2 meals a day, and a few times my body only needed 1 meal. The scale fluctuated within a 5-pound range. I didn't lose much, but here's what here's what I did lose: the focus on my rush and my goals over my body. It wasn't easy for my mind, but my body held steady. She kept me safe. I didn't give up my eating practice this time, and in fact, solidified the actual eating part, which is the most important thing. Here's what I didn't understand a year ago. Fasting works beautifully when your body feels safe. But when she's under threat, real or perceived, she holds on tight to every resource. My nervous system was in survival mode, telling me through regular hunger signals, feed me so I can keep us both safe. Last year, I fought my body and I lost everything. This year, I partnered with her and she held my progress steady through the storm. That's not failure, that's wisdom. That's food freedom. That's what this eating practice is actually for. My body had a good reason for hanging on to weight this past month. It was my mind that needed to catch up. To experience intensely, uncomfortably, that those old beliefs no longer serve me. That's where the greatest change took place. And in the middle of all that noise, my butterfly whispered a dare. The last leaves to fall always tug the hardest when they let go, because they've been holding on the longest. That's when I knew the stress wasn't coming from doing things wrong. It was coming from the final remnants of diet culture still clinging to my beliefs. Beliefs I thought I'd already let go. The kicking and screaming, that was the final grip before letting go.
At week 12, after 4 weeks of stepping back, eating more, and choosing not to chase the goal during high stress, 14.2 pounds since I started this eating practice. Lighter, not only in body, but in soul, in spirit, in my emotions.
Here's what's wild, the greatest part. Even though I ate more, even though I paused my fasting practice, even though I stepped back from the hustle, my body kept healing and had healed so much this year already. Not at the pace my mind wanted, but at the pace my body needed. This plateau isn't failure. It's growth and change, and helps me truly appreciate all that I have accomplished this year. Here's the highlights. I chose my body over the scale. Severe psoriasis disappeared overnight in mid-March. Panic attacks ceased as soon as I truly learned to care for myself first, even while caring for and supporting loved ones. My mobility returned within days of revamping and restarting my eating practice. Be sure and watch next week's mobility vlog, where I did something my August 10th self no longer thought was possible. And yes, I'm down 14 pounds from where I was on August 10th, when I didn't even believe I could lose 1 pound and keep it off, let alone 14. And when I stopped fighting her, she slowed down for sure, but she kept healing more than the scale could ever show. And now today, I can look forward to a couple big milestones around the next corner. This is what choosing, not chasing, looked like in real life for me. I had to stop chasing the scale when my body was saying, not right now. Even when my mind said, but you should be losing faster. I had to let go of control and trust her instead of forcing her to do something she couldn't right then. And I had to let those leaves drop. I had to recognize that trusting my body was not giving up the goal, just slowing it down a little bit. This past month, I lived and wrestled with stubborn beliefs I didn't even realize I still had. And I chose to trust my body, the body I'm learning to love. And she didn't betray me. She never does. I chose to believe that a body that receives the care she needs is able to improve. And I'm resting in that choice now. like a tree planted in winter, patient, dormant, bundled up, waiting for the new leaves of spring to unfold from the choices I'm making today. If you're in the middle of something impossibly hard right now that you can hardly control, your body is probably asking for something more than your goals and intentions allow. So please hear this. She's not betraying you. She's protecting you. Trust her, feed her, rest her, and when she feels safe again, she'll speed up. That's not failure. That's interval training for health. If this resonated with you, I'd love to hear from you. Have you ever found yourself choosing not to chase and discovering that slowing down was actually the bravest thing you could do? Drop a comment. Let's talk about it. And if you're new here, subscribe so you don't miss next week's mobility vlog. Yep, it's coming. I'm taking you to a place I never thought I could walk to again, and showing you what partnership with your body can actually do. Until next time, butterfly friends, take good care of yourselves. Bye.